Okay, this is episode 6 of season 3 of Avatar, The Last Airbender. So, this is a very brilliant episode. It not only gives Aang of how he can end the war, but also hints at the future of the Avatar franchise and where it's going with The Legend of Korra. Like, for example, it says French can say, it just shows you that French can say they'll last more than one lifetime. And this is kind of hinting at how, like, in the future, when Toph is an old lady, how Korra runs into Toph as an old lady in The Legend of Korra. So you can see where the world building is gets expanded upon. And it also is about like how he can end the war with the power of friendship. And that's where the series finale gets, I'm going to get to that. And because he's supposed to end the war while sinking like a mad genius, and also with the power of friendship. And I'm going to get to why the worst episode in the entire series is the last episode. When I get to it, I'm going to explain why. And what my thoughts on it. And so Zuko and Aang learn about the past Avatar, but one from Zozen, is it Zozen?
I think so. Yeah.
Roku's best friend, right?
Yeah.
One, with the help of his grandfather Akko Iroh, who pushed Zuko in the right direction, and finding out the secret of Zozen past and his grandfather's death and how he died. Well, Aang looks like on the point of view on the Avatar's past and his past life, and they're both telling the same they're both telling like the same story, but with different point of views. That's why sometimes you hear one narrating, and that's why sometimes you hear the other narrating. So, just to the audience. So, Zuko sneaks in this Fire Nation's sacred place, while Aang is in the spirit world, learning about Roku's past life. Turns out Roku and Fire Lord Zozen back then was Prince Zozen, and they were the best of friends. But then after Roku became the full experience Avatar 12 years later when he returned, their friendship bond kind of weakened over a little disagreement on experiencing the colony of the Fire Nation. So then one day the battle, and the Avatar wins, and 25 years later they run into each other again, and while the Avatar's fighting a volcano and winning, but it keeps on breathing in the toxic gas. So yeah, he ends up dying due to the toxic gas, and he has his old best friend to help, but he just decides to, no, my plans are more important, so he backstabs him. So the Avatar Roku died, and Sozin died of old age in his sleep. He some of what Zuko finds out are not in the history books. Like the fact that he was best friends with the Avatar. And Zuko finds out that Iroh pointed him in the right direction, but he figures it was a false direction. He says, my grandfather was still alive, and he says, and his Uncle Iroh explained that no, he wasn't. He has two grandfathers. One was the Avatar. One was Sozin, his dad's father, and his mother's father was Avatar Sozin. So technically, and so basically, Aang and Zuko are family. And no, he doesn't actually, what's really shocking, he doesn't bring this to Aang's attention in the later episodes at all. He doesn't mention this to Aang at all. So, yeah, which makes it a little, makes you scratching your back head, wait, why don't you tell Aang this? So the reason why he told Zuko this is to help him understand the balance between good and evil inside him. And only Zuko has the power to resume balance, to take the poison out of their family's history and basically do the right thing and be the hero. This is like when Zuko's hair arc starts to start. And yeah, I really recommend this episode. I think it's really good. It's one of my favorite episodes. But not as good as The Runaway. And I'll get to that one next time, and I give this one a thumbs up. And remember I told you to watch The Runaway, Miss Coleman? I remember I told you to watch The Runaway, and you did. You saw that you saw it and you really loved it. But we never got to talk about that one, so we're going to talk about this next time.